Welcome on into the restaurant show, and boy, we have a treat. TJ, thanks for coming on in. Usually it's PT. We've kind of had you and PT back and forth, but you are one of the faces at SuperCharge Foods, so if you're stopping on the east side, TJ's your guy.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got some different items here in front of us, and we're seeing a lot of greens. Your green shirt, we've got green food items and wheatgrass shots. We're going to get to this last year, but kind of talk to us about the mission of why you guys started SuperCharge Foods, East Side location, and how this kind of story and mission came about.
Yes, well, we started in my partner's house growing microgreens, and we were doing that for nutrient density, a way to feed more people in less space. And the microgreens are a great crop that is full of nutrition, and it grows quick in about 2 weeks. And by eating the microgreens, you get a complete protein source, and as well as trace minerals and a lot of enzymes and vitamins that help you digest the rest of the food that you're eating. So it's like a live food supplement. And the way that we're growing them saturates them with energy, so you're getting live energy if you're gonna eat dead stuff with your food.
Let's not do that.
You just bring like the live food into it, and it kind of helps you digest it and charges it up, hence SuperCharge.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and that's interesting too, because it's just, you think about how that whole research and going into how you found out that this was a process that would be sustainable here, and obviously has resulted in what you guys have done for some time here.
Yes, yes.
Good to know that you guys have been doing your thing, and it's kind of looking at obviously you talk about why you're doing this, but other health benefits. Is there something that maybe my preferences are different than your preferences of sort of our lifestyles? But is there any? What are some of the health benefits?
Well, it's important to realize how you feel after eating food, and when the food is energizing you and making you feel good, you tend to eat more of that. So when going with the microgreens, it's a good product to introduce into your diet. If you're not used to live foods or vegetables or fresh things, it's something that can easily replace like lettuce or a garnish. And it'll actually give you live enzymes and stuff that help break down the rest of the food that you're eating, so it's more assimilated into the body. And these mini plants are just packed full of nutrients, and I don't think anything really has the nutrient density that a microgreen does. And that's a benefit from there. And then each different variety of microgreen has its own flavors and benefits as well. And it's just something that we're just starting to scratch the surface of, and at SuperCharge here, we have a special growing process where we're saturating the nutrient density of the plants by feeding them really good water that's full of nutrients, so they uptake all the nutrients that they can. So you're getting all those benefits that a sprout has with the live enzyme that's coming from the seed, but then that sprout actually turns into a root where it tries to absorb as much goodness as it can for the rest of its life cycle, and then that's where we're cutting it to get the best of both of those worlds, where we're giving it the plant food that it needs plus what was inherent in the seed, so it's kind of like a double PowerPoint there.
You're squeezing out all the nutrients you can possibly get out of these foods, and just helping us as consumers, people that come in, something a little bit different. And I'm guilty of this too. I don't get as many greens and nutrients in my body as I probably should. So I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these. So this would be the pea shoots.
These are peas, and these are sunflowers, and those are two of our biggest edible crops for.
And this is you just suggest
the sunflower. Just go at it. Those are probably the favorite, I would say, in general. Sunflowers are a great complete protein source, and they have essential fatty acids that help regulate cholesterol and stuff like that.
That's really
also
a clean taste. I like
and they also detoxify radiation from the body, which is important nowadays with all of our technology. Sunflowers are great for that, as well as wheatgrass.
All right. Okay.
Yep. And then these are the peas, which people are usually blown away by these because they taste so much like peas. And this is a great protein source. Yeah. So the peas have actually a higher protein content by weight than your meats.
You are right.
And they're all pre-digested amino acids, so it's giving you a lot of the protein powders that are vegetarian are made out of peas, and these are just.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So these are great protein source with all the phytonutrients.
So can you almost replace
Absolutely.
whey protein or something like
Absolutely. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. You do have an alternative if you don't like that.
Yeah.
You can kind of try something new.
And then we got these blends here
Yeah,
too, which
let's go
people
into
like,
that.
which make things more exciting. This one here is our brassica mix, and doing like all the broccoli research, you know, with all the health benefits of that, we put together our broccoli mix. This is our newest mix that we have out, and it's quickly becoming a favorite. People love it. It's got like kohlrabi, the sunflowers, broccoli, you know, and some other stuff too. And then we have a radish. This is the rainbow radish here, which we have different radish varieties. And then this is our medicinal mild mix, which has a bunch
Medicinal.
of medicinal. Yeah.
Medicinal. You still
Yep.
say it the same because it's in Madison.
It's
but you
in
bring all
Madison.
the
Yeah, it's kind of
products. Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's kind of
Well,
funny.
what are-
The
yeah,
M
what-
word.
what's your favorite
in health?
here?
I've been gravitating towards this lately. I do
Okay.
like the sunflowers a lot, and honestly, because I have, you know, access, I kind of switch it up. I go through phases.
Yeah, there you go. I suppose you do have all the options that you can.
And I will say, like, which I don't have here, the spicy medicinal mix is probably my
okay.
favorite. And if I had to pick one individual microgreen, I think the arugula is.
There you go. Get some arugula in your diet. There's
Yeah,
CJ's
it's a
favorite.
fantastic. It's got a spice, and people are, you know, to know that the stronger the taste in a live food correlates to the amount of nutrients that are in there. So that's why when you're eating food that doesn't really have a strong taste, usually it was grown not in optimal conditions, and it doesn't contain the nutrient density that it should, like those hydroponic tomatoes in winter,
Gotcha.
off season,
Right.
kind of just don't taste like anything. So every strain that we have, because of the nutrients that we're delivering to the plants, has a really strong taste, and you know, people love that.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely a treat.
Yeah, well, that's good to know. We're running out of time here, but I do want to touch on the wheatgrass shots here. So you can get go in and get some smoothies and fruit juices and stuff like that, and you can get a shot of wheatgrass. And is that what's kind of your process there? Well,
The
I'm gonna
wheatgrass.
take that with you.
This
if
is
you
the
can.
best wheatgrass in Madison here, and wheatgrass is the most nutritional plant that
There you
they've
go.
found so far. 100 minerals and a
up.
complete protein.
And just like that. Oh, that is such a tasty treat. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. All right, well, we're going to continue eating here. We'll have to tune in for more Restaurant Show. We have more coming up after this.
Thanks, everybody.